You started strong. You made a schedule. You bought a new notebook. You told yourself this time it's different. And then, day 4 happened. Here's the truth nobody tells you. You didn't fail because you're lazy. You failed because you were using a broken system. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why and the 8 fixes that actually work in 2026. Let me paint a picture. It's the start of a new semester, or maybe it's after a bad exam result. You feel that fire inside. That I'm going to change everything energy. So you write down a full routine. Wake up at a.m. Study 6 hours. No phone, no distractions. Day 1, brilliant. Day 2, okay. Day 3, tired. Day 4, gone. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Research shows that 95% of people abandon new habits within the first week, not month, week. And the worst part, every time you fail, you tell yourself the same lie, just need more willpower. But willpower has nothing to do with it. Here's something your school never taught you. Your brain hates change. There's a part of your brain called the basal ganglia. It runs your automatic behaviors, things you do without thinking: walking, brushing teeth, scrolling your phone. Now here's the problem. When you try to build a new habit, your brain treats it like a threat. It feels uncomfortable. It feels hard. And your brain's #1 job is to protect you from discomfort. So it fights back. It whispers, "You're tired. Do it tomorrow. Just this once." And most students listen. But here's the twist: the students who do build habits successfully, they're not smarter. They're not more disciplined. They just know one thing you don't. You can't fight your brain. You have to trick it. There's a concept in Japan called kaizen. It means small, continuous improvement. Japanese factory workers used it to rebuild an entire economy after World War II. Just tiny 1% improvements every single day. Now think about how most students approach habits. They say, "I'll study 4 hours a day starting Monday." The Kaizen student says, "I'll study for 10 minutes today." Sounds too small, right? That's exactly the point. Because your brain doesn't resist small things. Small feels safe. Small feels doable. And once you start, you almost always keep going. The goal isn't to be perfect from day 1. The goal is to make starting effortless. Most students build habits that require peak energy, peak motivation, and 0 bad days. That's a trap. Instead, make your habit so small it feels almost embarrassing. Want to study daily? Start with 5 minutes. Not an hour. 5 minutes. Want to wake up earlier? Move your alarm back by just 15 minutes. The science is clear: small wins trigger dopamine, and dopamine makes you want to do it again. One small win leads to another and another. That's how momentum is born. Here's a simple trick that neuroscientists love. Take something you already do every day, like brushing your teeth, eating breakfast, or opening your phone. Now attach your new habit right after it. Example: after I eat breakfast, I will open my textbook for 10 minutes. Your brain already has a strong neural pathway for breakfast. You're borrowing that pathway for your new habit. This is called habit stacking, and it works because you stop relying on memory or motivation. The trigger is built in. No willpower needed. This one is powerful. Most students try to resist temptation using willpower. But willpower is like a phone battery. It drains. By evening, it's dead. The smarter move: remove the temptation from the room. Put your phone in another room before studying. Place your books on your desk the night before. Sleep in your workout clothes if you exercise in the morning. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your mindset does. Change the environment. Change the habit. Jerry Seinfeld, one of the most productive comedians alive, had one rule: write jokes every day and mark an X on the calendar. His only goal: don't break the chain. Visual tracking works because it taps into your brain's fear of loss. Once you have 6 days in a row, losing that streak hurts. Use a simple calendar, a notebook, even a sticky note. Mark every day you show up. Watch the chain grow. The chain becomes the motivation. Let me ask you something. If you dropped your phone and the screen cracked, would you throw it on the floor and smash it completely? No, That's crazy. But that's exactly what you do with habits. You miss one day, and suddenly I've ruined everything. I'll start again next Monday. That's the all or nothing trap, and it kills more habits than laziness ever will. Here's the real rule successful students follow. Never miss twice. Miss one day, fine, it happens. Life happens. But the next day, you show up, no matter what, even for just 5 minutes. One missed day is an accident. 2 missed days is the start of a new habit, a bad one. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency over time. Here's a brutal truth about your brain. It doesn't care about your future exam results. It cares about right now. That's why studying feels boring and scrolling feels amazing. The phone gives instant reward. Studying gives delayed reward weeks or months later. So you have to bridge that gap. After every study session, even a short one, give yourself something immediately. A favorite snack, 10 minutes of your favorite show, a small mental celebration, even just saying, "I showed up today." That matters. This is called immediate reinforcement. It tells your brain this behavior feels good. Do it again. Over time, your brain starts to associate studying with reward. And suddenly, it gets easier. Not because you changed, because you rewired the system. This one will shift everything. Most students say, "I want to study more." That's a goal. Goals are fragile. They depend on motivation, and motivation comes and goes. But here's what the top students do differently. They don't say, "I want to study more." They say, "I'm someone who shows up every day." Feel the difference? One is a wish. The other is an identity. When your habit becomes part of who you are, it stops feeling like effort. You don't have to convince yourself. You just do it. Because that's what you do. Start small. Say it out loud if you have to. "I am a student who studies every day, even just a little." Repeat it. Believe it. Live it. Identity is the most powerful habit tool nobody talks about. Last fix. And honestly, this might be the most underrated one. Most students plan for success. They think, if everything goes perfectly, here's my routine. But life is never perfect. So ask yourself this one question tonight. What will I do when I don't feel like studying? Write down the answer, literally, on paper. If I feel too tired, I will study for just 5 minutes. If I miss a day, I will show up the next morning no matter what. If I feel overwhelmed, I will do one subject only. Psychologists call this an implementation intention, and studies show it can increase habit follow-through by over 200%. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your preparation. Prepare for the hard days. They are coming, and now you'll be ready. So let's bring it all together. You are not lazy. You never were. You were just given the wrong tools, the wrong advice, the wrong system. But now you know the truth. Start microscopic. Stack your habits. Design your environment. Track your chain. Never miss twice. Reward yourself immediately. Build your identity and plan for failure. 8 fixes. That's all it takes. Not a perfect routine. Not superhuman discipline. Not a new version of you. Just a smarter system. Starting today. Because the students who win in 2026 won't be the ones who tried the hardest on day 1. They'll be the ones who are still showing up on day 100. That can be you. It will be you. If this hit different, share it with one friend who needs to hear it. And if you want more content like this, scripts, systems, and strategies that actually work for students, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.